Unfortunately, it seems that Halo Infinite has essentially gone the route of the MCC, and now, according to 343, is going to be moving away from seasonality and having seasons to just content updates. Look, man, this game, Halo Infinite, from day one, I've tried and I was extremely hyped for the game before release. I've been playing it since day one, and of course, I'm very happy with where the game is now, but seeing that they're dropping seasonality when they barely managed to achieve a decent rhythm with that recently, for content updates and going the route of the MCC, it's not looking good, in all honesty. And honestly, I'm just enjoying Halo Infinite for what it is and for how long it's going to last, but I'm not really hyped for the next Halo game at all. Now, of course, this is no surprise for anybody who's been disappointed with 343 and really disappointed with the studio ever since they just started making Halo games. We've seen this happen ever since Halo 4 back in 2012. Now, personally, I never got Halo 4, I never got the MCC when it first came out, I never got Halo 5 when it first came out. I got Halo 5 maybe like a year after it released, and I barely played it, and then I just stopped playing it and I started playing Titanfall 2 more. But honestly, I never really experienced the kind of like disappointing life cycles that 343's been known to give Halo fans until Halo Infinite. And I remember before Halo Infinite dropped, so many people in the Halo community were saying and were warning people saying, dude, look, this is still 343, don't get your hopes up, don't get too excited. And unfortunately, here we are in 2024, the game came out in 2021, and now we're seeing that a lot of those like precautions and things that people were saying from different people, different sides of the community, they weren't wrong. I mean, look at everything that's happened since Halo Infinite came out. They stopped, or they just completely dropped any possibility of split screen happening, and they've said that they were going to do that, and then they just said, oh yeah, no, unfortunately we can't do that anymore. Apart from that, it took forever for cross-core customization to finally happen, and yes, you have to give credit where credit's due. It's finally happening now in Infinite, but come on, it took way too long for that to happen. And the worst part about this is that me personally, I'm very conflicted on this, because I've been hyped about Halo Infinite since day one, since before it came out, and I've been trying to just hold on to hope and just give this game a chance time and time again since it came out almost 3 years ago now. And that's really what sucks, is that the game finally achieved a decent state. Now, if you look at Halo Infinite where it is right now compared to where it was when it came out, I've said this before on my channel, and it's because it's very true. The game has improved a lot, but there's still so much that could have been done. There's still so much that could be done, because 343 isn't abandoning the game completely, and that has to be, we have to remember that. It's not like they're completely abandoning the game. That's not what's happening. I've seen a lot of people saying in the community, oh, Halo's dead and it's over, and I think that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I understand that a lot of people get emotional when shit like this happens, because you like Halo and you want a good Halo game, and everybody wants a good Halo game. Of course, it's been so long since we've had genuinely a great Halo experience, and I know a lot of people in the community now are kind of talking about how they miss Halo 5, and we've seen that since Halo Infinite came out, people saying, damn, we didn't appreciate Halo 5 for what it was when we had it. Personally, I can't attest to that, because like I said, I barely played Halo 5, but if you feel that way, then that sucks too, because we've seen this happen with 343 time and time again. Halo 4, the MCC, Halo 5, and now Halo Infinite, where they release a game, it's pretty much unfinished. It's disappointing most of the Halo community. They give a bunch of promises, they deliver on a few of them, they drop a couple of them, and then they say, you know what, we're stopping this and we're making another game, just wait. And then you have so many people in the Halo community saying the same shit. Just wait, guys, 343's learned, the next time this is going to be it. And I hate seeing that cycle repeated over and over again, because that's personally one of the main reasons why I stopped playing Call of Duty years ago. The last Call of Duty game that I bought was Cold War. After that, I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. Before Cold War, I'm not lying to you, I had been buying Call of Duty annually since Modern Warfare 2 back in 2009, 2010? No, Black Ops was 2010. So ever since Modern Warfare 2 in 2009, I had been buying Call of Duty pretty much every year. But then after Cold War in 2020, I was like, you know what, dude, I just can't do this shit anymore, because it's the same thing with COD. People saying every year, they would say, just wait, next time, next year's gonna be the one. Call of Duty is back. Call of Duty is finally back. It's finally changing. It's finally going back to the golden era. And how many times have we heard that? And now it seems like it's the same thing with Halo almost, and 343, where people say 343's really learned now, man, just wait, next time's gonna be the game. The next game is gonna be the one where we finally see all the changes from this game that they learned implemented, and it's gonna be even better. And honestly, at this point, I'm like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it, because even though I never had like I said, I never bought Halo 4 when it came out. I never experienced the 343 disappointments from the beginning, but with Halo Infinite, I've experienced it throughout the game's entire life cycle, even before it officially came out, when the beta was out. I remember playing it, getting hyped for it, having so much hope that this game would really deliver on everything that I was excited for, being a longtime Halo fan. And seeing it now, I mean, at this point, I'm like, okay, I understand the very valid point that people have been making, saying, but this time around, it really is different, because Halo Infinite now has had, a lot of changes made to the upper management and the employment, and pretty much most of the studio is changed, and it's pretty much brand new with new people, in important positions of influence and power when it comes to making a Halo game, right? And that's true. But I mean, come on. I mean, again, I'm not going to believe it until I see it. Don't get me wrong. I'm still enjoying Halo Infinite a lot, and I don't want this video to completely sound like I'm just shitting on the game, or I'm just, bringing Hate 343 down and just shitting on them too, because that's not what I'm trying to do, because we can't ignore the fact that, yes, even though it's extremely disappointing, it's not like Halo Infinite is a bad game. It's not like every aspect of Halo Infinite is garbage or bad, because it's not. Halo Infinite is genuinely a really good game, and honestly, you could even say a great game. If you compare it to where it was when it first came out, it's had a lot of great improvements done, but that's the problem, and that's why I feel so conflicted, and that's why I think this overall situation is just so shitty, because the game it seemed like it finally reached a point where we were getting a decent rhythm with content updates and with things being added that genuinely improved the overall experience for most of the community. And again, that's what sucks. It's this constant cycle with 343 where it seems like they finally managed to hit a stride where they're pleasing most of the community and the game is genuinely heading in a great direction, and then they say, you know what, we're gonna drop it, and now we're focusing all our resources and all our employees or whatever for the next game, and this game's still gonna have a life cycle, but it's gonna be drip feed of small content updates here and there, versus a decent rhythm of for this game it was seasons, because it took 343 forever to finally manage to hit a a good rhythm with seasonality, and now it seems like they finally hit it and they're dropping it. I mean, look back to season 2. How long did season 2 last? That was pretty much like a year of one season, and that is a joke. When you have a live service game and you compare Halo Infinite to literally any other live service game, in the big AAA side of the industry, of course, the big live service games that probably instantly come to your head are Fortnite, Apex. You could probably even throw COD in there, but what those games have always had over Halo Infinite is that they actually have that live service rhythm with content and constantly delivering on that content. And Halo Infinite, I mean, it just took way too long for the game to finally achieve that. Again, look to season 2. It was like a year of season 2, and it just sucks, man, because as somebody who was hyped for this game since the beta, since day one, I always wanted this game to reach that potential, and I always said it from day one too to my friends, and even in videos that I made on Halo Infinite dating back to I think season 2 and season 3, I said that the game had potential. It's always had it, but it never it's never been fully realized. It's never been capitalized on by 343. And yes, I know that we have things to look forward to as of right now, and that's also what I want to kind of drive home with the video, is that I know this video sounds overall pretty sad and everything, but I'm not totally disappointed with Halo Infinite. We can't ignore the fact that Halo Infinite has come a long way, and it is a good game now, and some people would even say a great game, but it just sucks that it's never it's never going to be what it could have been, because of the changes that 343 is making now to just dropping seasons for content updates, and because the fact that 343 is just honestly taken way too long to do things that should have been done from day one. I mean, just think about it. I know so many people have said this throughout the life cycle of Infinite, but can you imagine, as of right now, if Halo Infinite would have released the way it is right now? We'd be talking about probably a top 3, at least top 5 Halo game, of all time, if the game would have released the way it is right now back in 2021. Right now in 2024, I mean, dude, who knows how good the game could have been? Who knows the crazy updates that the game would have gotten and how great it would be right now? But overall, that didn't happen, and that's what sucks, is that overall this situation with Halo Infinite from the beginning has just been disappointment after disappointment. And I don't want to put that out there, but it seems like we could be seeing that again with 343 now. Since they've dropped this, they're going to content updates, and now we know that they're working on whatever's next for Halo, whatever the next game's going to be. But honestly, I'm not really hyped for that next game, and as of right now, I'm just fine with enjoying Infinite for what it is and enjoying this ride for however long it's going to last and whatever else 343 is going to bring to this game. Now, I know there have been a lot of leaks and rumors and stuff going around the Halo community that people have supposedly found in the files, and I mean, if it's true, then yeah, they really found it in the files, that there's apparently like a double barrel shotgun and some sort of land vehicle that's like a cross between a Scorpion and a Warthog. That's like, both of those things are like 90% done supposedly, but they haven't been brought to the game officially for whatever reason. I don't even know if they're done or if they're still being worked on. But with these content updates that we're seeing now, I would love to see that at the very least. But it just sucks that, I mean, if that does happen, you know, how long did it take for us to get, you know, a new weapon, a new vehicle? That's just disgraceful, and it sucks. I would love to see more, and of course I would love to see more vehicles, more weapons, but I honestly don't expect that. And as of right now, I mean, yeah, I know that we have the Mark IV armor coming to the game, and that's definitely something to look forward to. There's also the new map coming to the game, and I think January 30th, but you know, I just want to see more. And of course, more maps, different armor sets, that'd be really cool to see as well. But overall, I would love to see weapons and vehicles, but I don't really think we're going to get that. And that's what sucks with this game, is that we don't really know what to expect. But for now, just enjoy it for what it is, and I guess, you know, make the memories that you can with Halo Infinite, and it's up to you really if you want to buy the next game. But personally, I'm not looking forward to it at all. But with that being said, let me know what you think about Halo Infinite, the current state of the game, how far it's come, where it's at right now, and just Halo, you know, as a whole, the whole franchise. The Halo show's getting season 2. I'm not really a fan of that. I don't plan on watching that shit at all. But if you're a fan of it and a fan of the show, then, you know, it's getting season 2. In terms of the future of the Halo games, we know that 343 is working on another one, but again, that's also something to be very cautiously optimistic for. My name's Nico. Thank you so much to all of you for watching this video. You already know what to do. Like the video, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, all those YouTube things. Thank you so much to all of you for watching this video. Again, let me know how you feel about Halo and what your thoughts are for the future of this franchise, and I'll see all of you in the next one.